Hi everyone, I went swimming. There's lots of people out there, which is nice. And because of the smoke from the fires, I took some pictures of the haze. I was talking to the cleaner downstairs. She says, I thought it was a fog. I said, no, it's smoke. She said, what is the smoke? Somebody was smoking a cigarette. I said, no, there was the wildfires, these fires burning in Manitoba, and that smoke has come into Toronto. So if you go outside, you'll see the smoke. So then she understood, because I was sitting up there, and then I thought, no, I'm not going to go now. Then the cleaners came up to clean the gym. So I came down and I went and I sat downstairs. And then I went back up and I swam. But it's not too bad. Sometimes you can smell the smoke from the fires. Today you couldn't, but you can see it. It's very hazy. So I guess we created a perfect storm. The smoke is coming in here now. Before it was only hitting New York. So I just make the most of every day, because I don't know if I'm going to be here tomorrow or not. Just like when I went to the doctor and I discovered I have stage 2 hypertension. I was in shock. I was like, no, I don't think this is right. They're like, no, your blood pressure is too high. I'm like, yeah, I think I'm just frightened, because I don't know you, I don't know my doctor, I've never come here before. I think I'm fine. Then they said, no, we don't think it's the case. So then I had to measure my blood pressure, and I had to keep a record of it for a month, and then I had to go back. And then I had to do another week of measuring it. Then my doctor gave me my medication. So that's why I'm saying, who knows? I mean, I got a shock. And it started at Teleperformance, where my nose was bleeding for an hour. And I was like, what is going on? And then my doctor thought, no, it's just because of the cold, because that's what happens to some people. And I said to him, but it's never happened to me before. Like, I've been in Canada for 20 years, and I've never had my nose bleed for an hour. And he said, well, I think maybe your body is changing. I think it should be okay. Just make sure you use your humidifier, and you should be fine. So we didn't think about checking my blood pressure. So you live and learn. Now I know, now it's normal. As long as I take my medication, it's normal. It's like normally like 117. It's like a normal blood pressure. So yeah, God saved my life. I always ask him, like, exactly what is your plan? And why are you saving me here? Why do you want me here? Because, you know, people see me as a burden. You know, they always put into poverty. I have to take money from family. I have to ask them to help me. And before I get that money, they give me such a hard time that, like, you know, what is this plan of yours? Anyway, he still hasn't told me. But I press on, you know. At first I was fine with it. I was like, you know what, this Elvis music helped me, I saved my life, and I'm here and I'm ready to go. But then you get tired. It's like, at what point do you actually get a break? At what point do you actually have stability and a good income and a good job, and you're able to own your home? And yeah, things were hard in Zimbabwe, but you know what, at least we had our own home. At least we were not renting other people's homes and living in rented apartments and rented units. We had our own home with our own land, and it's really awful. It's an awful feeling, that's what I can say. And it's setback after setback after setback. It's not a nice way to live. It's not a good feeling. And, you know, even like when I go to the concerts or I do things, people will say to me, oh, but Anita also likes Sting, or Anita also likes Phil Collins. You didn't even ask her. There she goes again. Look at her, she's selfish. And I'm like, you know what? I asked them. How many times do I ask them? Do you want to come? Do you want to do something? Do you want to visit? And they always tell me, no, we have nothing in common. They don't want to come, or they have their reasons. So people should stop blaming me for what other people want and what other people decide, just like the banks. I didn't create the problems in the banks. oh, you can't hold a job, there's something wrong with you, you are the problem. It's like, you know what, give me a grip, give me a break, get a grip. But it's very different. Even I watched that video about this guy. He went into the store swearing the guy for saying that his wife was beautiful. I mean, really? That's what we get in customer service on the calls. They tell you make small talk. Then when you make small talk, you get your head bitten off. And if you don't make small talk, you also get your head bitten off. You say, hello, how are you today? It's a nice day out there. I didn't call you to find out about my day. I don't want you to make small talk with me. Who's your manager? Give me your manager. That's how the Americans are. And then they say, I have the mental health problems. You must be kidding. You must be kidding. There's no decorum, there's no sense of compassion that you're dealing with a human being on the other side of the phone or the chat or the email. And then you get some people, like sometimes I used to get an email, you have to read the whole history of the email before you reply to it. The email has gone on for like 3 months and nobody's resolved it. Nobody's fixed anything. And then I'll fix it and I'll still get shat on top of that. So I'm like, you know what? This is ridiculous. I mean, I'm one of your top workers and on top of that I get shat on. So this culture here doesn't make any sense to me. And they say, oh, you've got to put yourself in the customer's shoes. Yeah, sure, I put myself in the customer's shoes. But I don't go off on them the way they go off on me. And screaming and shouting and yelling. It's too much. It's too much. And even when we come here from Africa, we don't leave people out. When you go for Holy Communion, if there's a family, you go as a family, the husband will stand in front and put the wife and children, and then they'll leave you to come after them. It's very rude. It's very rude. And then if you try to educate them and tell them, then it's another story. Our culture is much more sophisticated than theirs. The poor customer service people, we get shat on, we get abused, we get shouted at no matter what we do. And my supervisors used to say to me, no, don't worry, you have very good customer service skills. You're so polite, the customers love you, and you always know how to make small talk. How come you know how to do that? I said, oh, well, I grew up in a retail business. And in Africa, that's what you do. You make the small talk. You talk about the weather, you talk about, oh, you look nice today. Oh, that's a nice outfit you're wearing. It's just natural. Oh no, you do it here, they bite your head off. You tell them what you're doing, they'll say, oh yeah, you know what, Anita's doing that. They don't focus on you. They don't say, that's nice, tell me more about what you're doing. I want to get to know you. It's like, you know what, why don't you go and talk to the person that you're interested in. It's like that movie, The Devil Wears Prada. The person who's called you always take, that's the person you're in the relationship with. You're not interested in me, then I'm not interested in you. That's what the majority of the calls are like that. And the majority of the people are like that. And if they change you when you come here, because if you don't say, oh yeah, you know, yeah, that's true, that's good, then it's like, oh yeah, you're the problem. No, we're not. It's their big egos that are the problem. That's what it is. And now it's reached the point where even my godmother told me, she's like, leave them. She says, you're always calling, you're always phoning, you're always trying to stay in touch, and they're not even interested in a relationship with you. All these people that you've met, even family, she said, leave them. Just do the things you love, do the things you enjoy, because, and I agree with her, life is too short. And I don't need them to come and visit my grave or come and bury me. I want to be appreciated now. I want to be respected now. I want to have that good paid job now. I want it now. Because I've been patient, I've mentored people, I've helped people, I've given to the community. So when is it my turn? When do people take an interest in me? Oh no, they want to know about my mother, my sister, my brother, everybody else under the sun except me. So why do you even talk to me then? Don't talk to me. Because you want to have a relationship with them. And it's the same thing in customer service. You're not building a relationship with me. You just want to have somebody to jerk off on or masturbate on the call or tell me I'm paying you and I'm the customer. So you shut your mouth and I'll do whatever I want. Why should I give you my money? They're very rude. They're very, very rude. And they don't change. They don't grow up. You know, even with all the devastation and everything, they still stay like that. They stay like that. The Americans stay like that. It's ridiculous. They need to grow up. They need to grow up, really and truly. They act like children. They need to have instant gratification. That's what it is. Oh, and the other thing is, it's always about how did that make you feel? How do you feel about that? There's no logic to anything they're doing. It's always about how did that make you feel? Did you like that? Grow up.